and I work with the Essex Region Conservation Authority. I'm just going to show you how to plant a couple different styles of trees in 8 easy steps. So the first step in planting a tree is making sure that the hole that you're digging is appropriate size for the tree that you're planting. So what I like to do is take my shovel and just quickly go around the pot, kind of gauge the size of the hole you're going to be digging, lifting up the topsoil. And when you're done, you move the pot away, and then you can lift up what you just done. And when you're pulling your soil out, you just want to keep it close to the edge of your hole that you're digging, because you're going to put some of it back in. Tree depth is really important, and one of the best ways to making sure that your tree is planted deep enough is by checking to see where the root collar or trunk flare starts on the base of the tree trunk. So down here you'll see that the trunk is straight, but then it starts to flare out, and that's where the roots are starting to touch up into the bottom of the tree. And this has to be sticking out just a couple of inches above the soil. Quick way of checking to see if your hole is the appropriate size: just take your pot and put it in. So once you're confident that the depth of your hole is appropriate for the tree size, you're going to want to remove the tree from the pot. Sometimes it's easy and the tree comes right out. Other times the roots at the bottom of the pot prevent the tree from coming out easily. And you want to be careful handling the trees. You want to reduce rough handling at all steps of the tree planting process. So one of the ways in which you can gently guide the tree out of the nursery pot is by putting it on an angle and using your hand or your knee. You can sort of give it a little bit of a cushion to get it out, and then it should come out pretty easily. So once the tree's out of the pot, you can give the roots a little bit of a head start in getting established by taking your hand and gently rubbing the bottom of the pot to sort of give the small roots a head start before putting it in the ground. Really gently and not rough at all. So next you're going to want to put the tree into the hole gently. Gently place it down and make sure that it's straight before you start backfilling in some of the dirt that you took out when you were digging the hole. When you're backfilling, you're going to want to reduce the size of the chunks that you originally dug out, because you don't want to plant your tree with a lot of air pockets. Otherwise, water, when it runs into the planting area, will rot the roots and it'll damage the tree long term. So take the time to just break up your chunks of soil. So when you're ready and it's time to start filling out the hole, you're going to want to focus on the base of the hole first, because that's where there's space still between the pot and the sides of the hole that you dug. So you're just going to want to take the time to make sure that you're filling in the dirt before you seal off the hole. And you can see how much space there's still on the sides of the pot, so just take the time that you need to fill this all up and really seal it. You don't want any air pockets in your hole that you dug. Just make sure that you're filling it in, keeping it flat. At the end, you want it to be flush with the surface of the land where you're planting. So the next step after your tree is planted is taking mulch and putting it at the base of the tree. Mulch is great because it protects the tree from evaporation in times of drought and in between rain periods, and it keeps the weeds away from becoming established at the base of the tree trunk. So when you're putting on mulch, more is better. You want to give a flat section of mulch at the base of the tree, and then you're going to start building up the mulch around in a donut shape, a foot or more away from the base of the tree. The last step in your tree planting is applying a tree guard to the base of the tree. Tree guards are great because it protects the young trunk from being eaten by wildlife such as deer and rabbits, who really enjoy munching on the sweetness of the tree. So you just apply it to the base of the tree like that, and that's it.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!